Hello and welcome, beautiful people. Now, I hope you're all having a beautiful day, whatever you're doing, or if not, I hope it gets better. Right, I haven't picked any cards, but I was feeling these piles to start with, so we'll just ding the bell and then we'll get straight into it. Right then, just have a quick sip of tea. Right then, so as I said, I've just picked a couple of piles and I've got my little piles here. I was also thinking about doing some scrolls, some angel scrolls, so we'll see how we go. I'll pick them up. Right, so we'll start off with these ones. These are the LABRYS ACENSION cards. I haven't used these for a while, so yeah. Right, so what messages today, Spirit, would you like to give us? What sort of reading are we going with? That's too many. Hang on. Right, let's start again. What messages would you like to give us today, Spirit? Okay, right. So straight away, I've just pulled a couple of cards myself and I just got this card. So it could, significance. It really wants to be, it really wants to get the message out is what I'm getting. I've got a strong number 1 here. The colour blue, as you can see. Blue nails today. Right, but this is Maha Chohan. And it says, I will help you gain mastery of yourself, the master teacher within. Enhances communication at a higher level, assists you in finding your own authority, encourages you, your most authentic self, grounds your true self. Oh my God. Grounds your true soul qualities, intensifies your vibration and your light, opens up your 8th chakra to allow a clear channel from source, opens up senses to the expanse of the universe and connects to other worlds and beings. So whoever's watching this now, starting off this reading with a strong connection to the other side, whatever that means for you. Yeah? So what you're feeling or what you're hearing or what is coming to you, believe in it. That's what I'm getting. You're not going mad. You have got a strong connection. Now, this could have been heightened recently. I believe we're all connected, especially if you have a sense in the world that, life's not about eating, sleeping, drinking, working, repeating, that kind of thing, I also get trusting in your own guidance. Yeah, I've got, there's a lot of teachers, a lot of gurus out there, a lot of people, that have got so-called knowledge about things. But your life is a personal experience. So what I mean by that is everybody has a different experience. You could have an example. You could have 2 people going to a concert, say, as an example. Them 2 people could have been best friends, family, whatever, but they go to the same concert because they like the same artist, yeah? And when they come out of there, they could have they could be talking about, what the concert was all about, but they could have a completely different view of what was taking place. So, For example, one could have heard a song differently to the other, or, you know, that person could have been seeing this side of the stage and that person could have been seeing this side of the stage. You know, it's never going to be... Some of the experience is going to have similarities, but in other words, their interpretation of that concert, that experience, could be completely different. Yeah? That was just a long-winded way of saying. Basically, you know, you can take advice and you can take, you know, teachings off other people. You know, you could read a book, could have some sort of... Yeah, there's another example. You know, two people could read a book, or you could read a book twice, and two different things stand out, you know, in that book. You know, the first time you read it, something could have significance, or it might not have, you know, and then you read it the second time and, you know, something just springs out of you. So it's important to trust your inner voice, is what, you know, a long-winded way of saying this, because you will know what's right for you. So this is an opening up of communication to the other realms. Source would like, you know, source, God, divine, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same thing. It's communicating to you personally, is what this is saying. So whatever your interpretation of that is right for you. Yeah? Right. So what? Ooh. Right, so we've got the blue and we've got the purple. We've got the 8. So I've got a strong 1 and a strong 8. So I'm going to say 18. Or if you're seeing these numbers. But it says, my flame transmutes the negativity from your aura, thereby protecting you always. Right, we'll come back to the picture. So it's Saint Germain and it's violet. For those new to energy work, he gives you a gentle start, opens the doors to the healing process, protects the healing space with the master symbol, and transmutes negativity, catalyst for change. Yeah. So what I've got in this picture, or what I'm getting out of this picture, maybe, you know, you can see something different out of it. Take a screenshot if you need to. But I'm getting large windows. Yeah. I'm getting light, so illumination. I'm getting fireworks going off here. I'm also getting sacred space. I've got sanctum. Sanctum. Sanctuary. No, sanctum. Right, I don't know what that means. It might have some significance for someone. But I'm going to pull one more of these. Let's see what other message is. I've got Thoth. Stand firm and hold your ground. Your inner truth is right. Yeah, that's what I've just been saying, isn't it? Grounds intensely into the physical, shields you from discordant energies, allows you to discover your gifts and talents in the material world. Yeah. So these 3 cards basically are saying follow your own guidance. You can take guidance from others, or, you know, learn things from others. That's what we do. But only you can make sense of it. Yeah. In your experience. Right, I've got to pull one of these. Okay. Conditions change in your favour, and I've got like an arrow going up. Right, so things are changing. Didn't this one as well, yeah? Right. I'm going to pull a couple of these ones as well. Yeah. So the energy frequency I'm getting here as well, as you're listening more to your inner voice, your inner truth, it's changing things around you to fit more in alignment, is what I'm getting. Right. Are you thinking very deeply about something? Take a moment, close your eyes, take a deep breath and rest for a while. The answer to your question will come to you when you learn to relax. Right, so taking a bit of time out, a bit of stillness, yeah, to receive that inner voice, that inner wisdom. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Yeah, so what brings meaning to your life? Yeah. What keeps you going? That is the meaning of life I'm getting. And then I've got, are you juggling a lot of things at this time? You don't have to shoulder all the burdens. Take some time out in nature, ideally. Breathe deeply and find a way of taking a few minutes to do this daily, just to be with yourself. The only good way we can be of service to others is to find time to nurture and recharge ourselves. The number 5 could be a reminder to take 5 minutes. Right, okay. Well, I always see as well number 5 as a change. Ah, right, hang on. I'm being led over here. Right, 185. Where is it? Right, so anyone who's viewed this channel a while will know. Mark Bajerski, Hold That Thought book. Right, so we've got 185. If we've got a 185 in here, I think we have. Have we? Oh, it's right near the end. Oh, yes, we have. Right, so it says, this is my path. I trust in each step that I take from this day forward. This is my moment to shine. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So this is basically saying, taking that little bit of time out, listening to that inner voice. Yeah, because that is your guide on your path. And I'm getting drawn over here. Right, so what else have we got? Spirit. What messages out these cards? Would you like to share with us? Oh, okay, get it in a minute. What are the messages on our path? Listening to the divine voice. Mastery over self. Right, I'll just get this card wherever it's gone. Try not to move the camera. Oh, we got 2. Right, okay. Ooh, we've got a few here. Right, so we'll start off with these ones. Right, oh my goodness gracious me. Right, so we've got the spring equinox, renewal, new growth, beginnings, yeah? The rising sun, symbolising new beginnings of hope. Right, before we go on, 2 sunshine cards, yeah? So something is being shone, a light, my flame. Your aura is being lit up. Do you know what? I don't really know much about this, but I'm getting it, so I'll give it, yeah. I'm getting light codes. Codes of light. Light frequency. Incorporation. I'm getting listen to the birds. Find a tree. Right, I've got, this might just be for a specific someone, but I've got someone's going on an adventure. There's an old tree. I think it's an oak tree, but it's a big tree. Big, big, big tree. Sacred space. Illumination. You didn't know you were going. Right, this is a surprise, or not necessarily a surprise, but an unexpected journey or trip for somebody. On the overall, this could be, you know, the journey could be for a lot of you, but with someone in particular, I've got a journey of some kind that was unexpected. I've got a large tree, a very old tree. It looks like an oak tree, but it might, well, to me, it looks like an oak tree, but it might not be. It's a very old, massive, big tree. I'm getting it plays an important part in receiving something, receiving some kind of wisdom, some kind of download, some kind of exchange with this tree. Yeah, I've got illumination. Right, okay, that's all I'm getting on that, but take that as if it resonates. Right, the starlit cloak. You are protected in the mysteries and the cosmos, yeah? So whatever you delve into, you have protection. Or if you're feeling vulnerable, right, there's many different ways of doing this. It's whatever resonates with you. But as a simple sort of exercise, you can, you know, jazz it up how you like. But as a simple exercise, imagine your feet grounded to the floor, going deep in the ground like roots, yeah? You can put a crystal on there if you want to ground yourself, you know, a grounding crystal, deep into the earth. And then imagine a bubble surrounding you, yeah? Now, Barbara Messiniak, I used to listen to her quite a lot, and it's always stuck with me, her grounding technique. So what she used to say, I'll give this to you now, but you can do it your own way. What I've just said then about grounding your roots, you know, grounding into the floor, imagine it going deep in. And then imagine all your chakras, colours, yeah? Your chakras spinning, clearing themselves, you know, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, gold, yeah? Imagine them all bright and colourful. And then imagine a golden or white light egg around you. And then she used to finish off saying, I am grounded, I am protected, you know, and then you can add whatever else you want to that. You know, like today is going to be a brilliant day, or, you know, imagination. Use your own imagination. Make it your own. But that's a good protection technique if you're feeling vulnerable at any time. You are protected. You walk with spirit. You know, if this reading's resonating with you, then, you know, you will hear the voice inside you. The wise owl, yeah. Wisdom, knowledge, perspective. So this is what we were saying before about perspectives. You know, but everyone has a different perspective. And that's another reason why I'm saying do it that your own way, you know, make it personal. The more personal you sort of make that, the more protected and the more grounded you feel. Yeah, is what I'm getting. I'm also getting crystals. Right, I'm going to pull liquid crystal card. Yeah, I'm getting crystals. So what crystals are we looking out for? Ooh, hang on. Right, so crystals that might help. Larimar service. Yeah, maybe if that resonates with you, look that one up, because I haven't really heard of that one. Might read the book for that, actually. That might help. But service. And pearl. Right, pearls have a lot of significance for me at the minute. I won't say why, because that's personal, but yeah, pearls. Purity. I also see pearls of wisdom, which you got this wisdom, knowledge, perspective. So inner wisdom, as well as what I'm getting off that one. But I'm just going to read the thing for this one, because it's peaked, you know. If I can find the book. Where's the book? Hang on. Right. Right, so pearl, Larimar. I've never heard of this Larimar. Do you know, what's the alphabet? Oh no, I found it. Right, hang on. Labradite. Right here. Right, so it's a blue stone with white inclusions that wisp through it like a breaking wave in the ocean. It is air and water combined, burst through volcanic fire and made physical in the earth's sacred embrace. No other stone on earth delivers such a balance of the elements and carries their lessons within it. Right, okay. Right. See, normally, right, I just read the healing journey today or this, but I'm actually reading this bit, right? So, Larimar allows a harmonious blending of emotions, water and mind. Emotions, water, and mind, air. Cooling all the fiery areas in soothing peace and calm. It then removes the old patterns and opens a holistic view of self, spiritually and physically. Wherever there is a fire in life, such as the emotional and mental extremes of anger, hurt, fear, pain, and impatience, Larimar is the solution. Larimar activates a fearless ability to flow through life. Right, okay. So if this stone's speaking to you, I don't know whether Mark BAJERSKI has any on his thing. I don't think I've heard him mention that one, but, you know, but have a look at your crystal shops. You know, maybe if you've got a crystal shop near you, you know, maybe go in and ask them about this crystal. if it resonates. Otherwise, if you're looking online, make sure it's a reputable, crystal shop. Right, okay. Do you know what? I'm going to go with the healing as well. So, wherever Larimar goes, there is always a need for healing. The exciting thing is that she usually represents the last stage in the healing process, where one calls upon what they have learned to help others. A person, animal, plant, or even the self needs your ability to heal. No, sorry. If Larimar has entered your life today, you are being called into service. A person, animal, plant, or even the self needs your ability to heal. Larimar reminds us we all have the gift of healing. Yes, we do. Though its path is infinitely different for each of us. Often the act of healing is simply being the best that we can be at something and delivering via that avenue into the world. Often a bank teller living in truth, acceptance, peace, harmony and love will be a better facilitator in healing than a spiritual healer or doctor. The latter having to wear labels in the world and shoulder expectations. Service finds us all. If you seek it, you will never find it, for it lives in you. Alive in the unchangeable light that you are. Magnified by your journey through the ages as the spirit in the universe, a new door is opening. Can you stand within it? Larimar also enters one's life when the Lady Isis is close or there is a need to visit the ocean. My journey is my gift to the world. Right, that was a lot to take in, wasn't it? Right, yeah, so it blends the mind with the emotions, so it brings you into more balance. Service to others, so basically what this is saying, being the best version of yourself is healing to others, in whatever form your life takes you. Yeah, like that just said then, you can be a banker or it doesn't matter what your occupation is. If you're a healer or you choose the path of healing, you're the best version of yourself. You will heal yourself and others if you put your time and effort into being that best version of yourself. Yeah. So do everything with a passion of heart is what I'm getting. Right, I've got pull. I don't know where they are. There. I've got to pull one of these and then we're going to pull a scroll. I haven't even done any tarot cards, have I? But I don't even know how long this reading is, but we'll just go on anyway. Right, so what are the messages from the Egyptians? I'm doing these, I got called to do these ones because of the ISIS thing. Right, so what have we got? Renewal and alchemical force. Yeah, so this is like the healing cards as well. You can see this fish type thing here in the pond. The water. Using his hand here, to heal. So I always see this as the healing card. Happy. 25, renewal. Yeah, so I think we said all we, need to say on that one. And then alchemical force. So this is the alchemical force within inside you. Healing yourself here, look. From the heart. Yeah. I look at these as like the bands of DNA as well. And the hands here. Yeah. So we've also got the knowledge here. So the knowledge of self-healing before healing others. Yeah. Got a fly flying round me now. Right, okay. What I've just got off that fly then is... Hang on. Looking at the decay. The decay is cleansing. Sometimes you just got to rip that plaster off is what I'm getting. Yeah, I've also got then, sometimes in order to heal or to regenerate something, you know, renewal. Not in all cases, but sometimes things have to decay, dismantle, you know, be wiped clean, you know, in order to rebuild, to renew. Like the skin, if you cut yourself, yeah, it goes all, like, you have to clean out the wound, don't you? But the decaying bits go all manky and eventually they, like, sort of, you know, drop off, or, you know, if you keep it clean, yeah, that's what I'm getting. You clean that wound out and all that decay comes out of it and, you know, it starts to renew new skin. Yeah, and I've got the snake here as well, so that shedding of that, you know, decay and transmuting that into something new, renew. Yeah, we got the renewal here, new growth, beginnings, and beginnings here. So a big renewal of something is coming in. I've got to go back to this card. Hang on. Encourages your most authentic self. Ground your soul qualities. Right, okay. So this one. Yeah. Opens the doors to the healing process. For those new to energy work, he gives you a gentle start. Yeah. So transmuting negativity and catalyst for change. Yeah. So also we got Thoth, which is the knowledge. Right, okay. Right. All right, yeah. Pull a couple of these ones. What other messages do we have, Spirit? Right, hang on, I've got to flick them out, okay. Right, let's go. What other messages do we have for this collective, Spirit? What other messages? Any more messages? Right. Right. So we have the tomb and wisdom. Yeah. So I feel with this card, this is where some of you have been going, yeah, or in the process of going into that tomb. Yeah. Finding out your inner truths, yeah. Processing into wisdom. All them experiences, all that darkness, all that. I'm also getting a lot of shadow work, which basically is just facing, you know, all the many different sides here. Yeah, and incorporating it into wisdom. That wisdom will help someone else out of the dark, even if you don't know it. Yeah, at some point in your life. Might be more than one people. It might be a collection of people. It might just be helping that one person. Yeah, by the wisdom you gained going into this tomb. Yeah. Sometimes we have to walk through a lot of darkness to find the light, is what I'm getting. And if we didn't go through that darkness, that trying time, that, you know, negativity, that whatever you want to call it, yeah, that the energy, then we wouldn't necessarily see that light, because we had forged in, yeah. Forged in fire, yeah. So seeds grow in darkness as well, yeah. They germinate in darkness before they reach the light. This is the point. If we all stayed happy and joyful and everything, so we'd be stuck in that sort of stability where we never wanted to try anything new because we were scared of, you know, stepping out of that safety bubble. Yeah. Sometimes we need a little bit of darkness in our life for a bit of trying times, just to catalyst us onto that next level. Yeah. And what I'm getting off these two cards here is what you've been through there, or what you're going through, is the wisdom, yeah, that you gain afterwards. Yeah. And it goes in cycles, yeah, which we should know by now. So it's not always going to be light, it's not always going to be dark, and that's the healthy way of living your life, you know, in balance, learning wisdom, gaining wisdom from them experiences, you know, not repeating. And like, we all repeat certain things, you know, we have to learn them, yeah, but it's not getting stuck in that sort of endless loop of repeating that same cycle, yeah. We will repeat it till we learn it, but let's learn it and not keep repeating it. And then once we've learned that, we can help someone else with it, yeah. I don't know, write a book or whatever, you know, whatever you're feeling. Right, so I've got, pull one of these ones and then finish off on a scroll. I don't know how long we've been going now, but yeah, I've got follow your star, yeah. You have a star that shines brightly within you, yeah. And all this healing and this knowledge that you're gaining here is shining out of your aura, is what I'm getting. You're becoming a lighthouse, yeah. Now, that doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do everything and go around saving people. That's not what this is about. This lighthouse, as I've just said, is you gaining that knowledge and wisdom and holding it, grounding it into your being, yeah? That then automatically shines it out, healing for others, yeah? And I've got mysteries, the unicorn. Mysterious unicorn. We've got mystery here. There's a lot of mysteries revealing themselves here. You've got the unicorn, yeah? There's going to be very many magical happenings. When I say magical happenings, I mean like synchronistic, unexpected, you know, things just falling into line. I also get, with a lot of people, you haven't felt that magic in a very long time. I feel a lot of people have been walking through this darkness, this, you know, when will this ever end? Am I going to see the light at the end of the tunnel? I'm not feeling things anymore. I'm, you know, disconnected. I'm shut off. I'm, you know, that kind of energy. But two sun cards, magical unicorn, transmuting, you know, your flame, holding that energy, grounding it into your being, the inner truth, changing conditions into your favour, thinking deeply about things that serve you or don't serve you, finding meaning in life, juggling all them things just to, you know, just get through what you're getting through. You're doing a brilliant job, whoever's watching this, you know, and I feel like crying. getting very emotional all of a sudden, because I do feel that whoever this is resonating with has been through a really, really tough time at times. And it's like, when will this ever end? You know, I'm getting that quite strongly. I'm here to say to you today, it's ending. You might be feeling this already, you know, coming through that darkness. And that is a lot, because a lot of people give up in that stage. Yeah. You haven't given up. You are still there being that lighthouse, yeah? Sorry, I got a little bit emotional. I'm feeling this very emotional wave here of a sense of unbearable at times, yeah? But let's not get weighed down in that, because, like I've just said, your time is coming to shine, yeah? This is here, it's here. Yeah, just keep going. And as I said, we're going to finish off now on a beautiful angel scroll. Right, I'm digging deep, people, sorry. I got a little bit emotional there, but I was feeling that very strongly for someone. You know, crying, all that kind of thing, but it wasn't for... There was a purpose in it. You were alchemizing that force, yeah? You know how that feels. Right, so to finish off on, what sort of message have we got? Oh, wow, thank you, Spirit. Right. Be free. Your heart wants to be free. Do not allow anyone to steal your power or to overshadow your light. Today, fly like you have never flown before, and Spirit will always, always keep you safe. Protection. Right, my beautiful people. Hang on. Right, I'll do that in a minute. Thank you for viewing me today. If you did get something out of that, I don't know who this is going to resonate with. Hopefully someone out there will get a message out of this, because I've got a strong emotional sense in this. So I hope it helps someone. If you did get anything out of that, please leave a like or a comment, you know, some sort of emoji. It could help others on this one. I'm not just saying comment, you know, to help the algorithm. I'm saying this one because use your voice, or not your voice, but your words, you know, for encouragement to other people if you've got something to add there, because sometimes we all feel like, you know, I just can't do this anymore. You're not alone in that, yeah? So if you feel called to put in the comments, you know, whatever you want to put in the comments, whatever you're feeling. If you're still here and you haven't subscribed and you got something out of that, please consider doing so. And have a beautiful day. I mean that with all my heart. Make it as beautiful as possible. Ground that energy. Shine that light. And be the best version of yourself that you can be. Yeah, we can't do better than that. And I shall see you on the next one. Love you all. Bye. Bye.